Hey guys, my name's Ben Howard. We're out here at Woodruff to play the first match in the semifinals of the Zone Clone bracket. If you haven't watched any of the series before this, I'd appreciate if you went back and watched it. But today we've got the 4th seed Fjord versus the 8th seed Pillar. This is going to be a pretty interesting match because I think these are two of the most overstable discs in the series. I don't know if the Pillar's more overstable, but it definitely has less glide than the Fjord. So I think the Fjord is going to have a little bit of an advantage out here today. But we are playing the front 9 out here, which is a very wooded course. So both discs definitely have a good chance out here today. But let's go ahead and get in the round and see what happens. All right, guys, for hole 1, we got a par 3, 210 feet. You see the basket just straight ahead. Best line for this one's going to be a flex forehand. Biggest thing to pay attention to though is there's OB Creek off to the right side, so need to make sure that if anything I turn these discs over too much, which it's going to be hard to do with these things, but Fjord does have the box since it's the higher seed. Turn it over too much. That's safe. It's like 100 feet. All right, let's try not to overcorrect again, please. Ooh, I almost hit that tree. Okay. Pillar never really came back, so that's pin high, but like maybe 40, 45 feet left of the basket. Ooh, I'm going to throw that in a little bit of hyzer. That's fine though. That's like 15 feet. Ooh, there we go. That's a good start. There we go. All right, guys, for hole 2, got a par 3, 240 feet. Basket's up this way, tucked off to the right. So best plays like a flex forehand or a backhand turnover, but don't really have that option today. But really just going to make sure I get the height right and get these discs just anywhere down there in general. The Pillar did take the box after that last hole. Oh, dadgummit. It's the second time I've done that. I might need to use the mulligan for the Pillar on that shot. I don't know. We'll see. There it is. No, I'm not going to use the Pillar's mulligan yet. I'm really trying to make sure I save the mulligans for hole 7. Ah, dang it. Drop. Ooh. Stay up. Ah. All right, guys, for hole 3, we got a par 3, 289 feet. Basket's up here tucked off to the left. But with these two, I'm just going to have to throw them as high and as hard as I can and just let the overstability carry them and hopefully give myself some kind of look at the basket. The Fjord did take the box back after that last hole. So, see what it can do. I pulled it a little bit. Okay, they got to skip. That should be like edge of circle 2-ish, maybe inside of circle 2. More flex than I meant to put it on. Just ended up going straight. Well, it basically ended up throwing both of them pin high, but the Pillar is definitely much farther. Okay, good grief, I'm all over the place. Luckily that's in the circle. Okay, so the Fjord actually ended up a little bit closer than I was thinking. Probably right at 45-ish feet, something like that. Oh, I pulled the snot out of that. Luckily that went around everything. All right, guys, for hole 4, we've got a par 3, 280 feet. Basket's down here tucked off to the left. But this really doesn't set up for a backhand super well. This is more of like a forehand turnover or like a hyzer flip with a backhand. I'm going to go with the forehand force over with both of them. Just pretty much throw them at this tree on the right. Hopefully get to bend off of them and then kind of flatten out as it goes down the hill and push straight. Let's see. Fjord's still got the box. I like that a lot. Yeah, that should be really good. That should be good too. Well, I turned the pillar over just a little bit more, so it might not have come back to the right quite as much. So it might be a little bit worse, but both of them, they're down there for putts. Man, so it turns out I was wrong. The Fjord actually ended up a little off to the right. I mean, 20 feet still, but the pillar's parked. That's two of the best drives I've ever thrown on this hole. All right, guys, we're on hole 5. This one's a par 3, 190 feet. You can see the basket way uphill, right there in front of us. I should be able to get both of these discs up there, but I'm not positive. I am going to go, I think I'm just going to have to throw them both flat through this gap on the right and just hope I get the height right and the power right. Yeah, they both birdied last hole, so the Fjord's still got the box. Oh, or go through the straight gap. Sit. Okay. Well, that's I think that's in the circle, but unfortunately I'm behind the biggest tree in the fairway. So I don't know if I'm gonna have a putt from there or not. I'm trying to put the pillar on the touch of flex, but not a lot at all. Yeah, just like that. Oh, dang it. Okay, it's sat. That should be like a 40-foot look. Ah, dang. Good layup. Drop. Ah, dang. Thought I made it. All right, guys, for hole 6, we got a par 3, 165 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked off to the left. Similar to how hole 4 goes to the left, but isn't a backhand hole. Same thing here. Best plays like a forehand force over with something overstable. They'll just kind of flatten out and push straight near the end. Fjord still has the box. Okay, that should be good. I was worried it was going to cut back to the right too soon, but I think it pushed straight long enough to where it'll be in the circle. I want it to move a little bit more to the left, though. I threw that in the ground. But it did sound like it skipped, so hopefully that's in the circle. Ooh, I'm loving those right side change today. All right, guys, for hole 7, we got a par 3, 265 feet. You can see the basket straight ahead. But like I said earlier, this is the hole I'm trying to save my mulligans for because, as you can tell, this is a very tight hallway. And this is one of those holes where I could birdie it or I could take a double bogey on it just as easily. But I think the plan for both these discs is just going to try and be hit them on a little bit of anhyzer and just trying to get them to push straight and finish off to the left. I don't think I'm going to be able to park it with that shot, but I think that's going to be the easiest play to hit this gap and just get as much distance as I can on this hole. Let's see. Both discs birdied the last hole, so Fjord still has the box. Nope, didn't turn it. I might be able to par from there, but that's probably going to be the Fjord's mulligan. So let's see if the pillar can correct. Oh, okay. That was the tree I was worried about. Okay, that should be a putt. If I didn't throw it so high. Okay, that's better at least. That should be good. Past that. Okay. That tree's like 15 feet from the basket, so that's not bad. I had to say something about I can't park this hole with this shot and then go ahead and park it. All right, guys, for hole 8, we got a par 3, 282 feet. Basket's down here tucked off to the right. Once you get to that initial gap, the ground starts to slip away really hard. So I really can get both of these discs there with the forehand. I'm just going to need to throw both of them flat, hard, and just get them to push as far as I can before they start to fade. Biggest thing that's annoying though is this tree right here on the right, because it's almost exactly where I want to throw the discs. We're just going to pretend like it's not there. Pillar did get the box after that last hole, so let's go ahead and get down there. Oh, I threw it in the ground. Oh, that was an awesome skip. That's better. I didn't get to push far enough, so it'll be down there where the pillar is, but should have easy par from there, hopefully. Okay, so somehow the pillar ended up in the middle of the fairway. I have no idea how, but the Fjord's right down there. Both of them are like, technically it's probably like 80 feet, but we're going so far downhill. This is almost like a 40-footer. I'm tempted to lay this up, but I might as well run it. It's the worst that can happen. Or just go ahead and lay it up anyway. All right, well, I definitely can afford to lay this up with the Fjord. Ooh. Oh, another good layup. This basket always scares me because of how short it is. Like, it's so short. All right, guys, we're on hole 9, final hole of the video. This one's a par 3, 275 feet. Basket is just dead straight ahead. Biggest thing to pay attention to is there's an OB creek between us and the basket. It typically doesn't come into play, but with these discs, it definitely can. I'm just have to throw them both forehand flex line. Just try and get them both to push straight. I don't need them to really move to the left that much. Let's see. Yep, pillar still got the box. Okay, I heard it hit something. I'll probably go get it if I park it with the Fjord. If not, I'll save the mulligan for that approach shot. Put that even higher. Oh, I like that one too. Oh, that might have kicked in the creek. Dang. Okay, so unfortunately the Fjord was out of bounds and the pillar isn't. So I've got to throw it in with the Fjord if it wants a chance. It's a good shot, just not in. Let's go ahead and finish it off with a bang. Aw. All right, that's the pillar's mulligan. Do the same thing again. Okay, that's closer at least. All right. I don't know why this layup is so scary. Just throw it right there. It's not rocket science. Let's see. All right, guys, I finished up our round out here with the Fjord and the pillar. Pillar was able to take it down in the end, which if you've seen my previous videos with the pillar in this series, you'll know this is my main approach disc in my bag at the moment. So it makes sense that I would do well with it, but I figured the Fjord was going to be a really good challenge for the pillar. because the Fjord is just exactly what I'm looking for in a zone clone. It's really overstable, but it has a great amount of glide. It has a great hand feel in both forehand and backhand, which is very rare for me. So I am very sad to see the Fjord go. But like I said, Pillar's moving on to the finals. And for the finale, what I want to do is go to Pipeline and play the Reds and play all 18 holes for the finale. So I don't know what I would do for the mulligans, because I'm tempted to say each disc would have 2 mulligans since we're playing 2 groups of 9 holes, but y'all let me know what you think about it, and I'll probably put up a poll. So y'all let me know what you think, but keep an eye out for that. Let's see. So next week it is the Yarn versus the Entropy, I think. That'll be coming out next Friday, so stay tuned for that. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and y'all have a good one. Bye.